Back to live, back to reality. Hello everybody, this is the United Stand. It's road trip time. Yes, I did enjoy Madrid. Yes, that was fantastic. It was an absolute ball over there, and I did enjoy doing the trains, planes and automobiles road trip. But we've got a day job to do, and so have United. It's back to the Premier League and Watford at home. Well, Watford, we was actually pulling off a decent result against Atletico Madrid. We're getting smashed to pieces by Crystal Palace. So you're looking at this game going, all right, we've really done a job over in Madrid. We've continued on that little bit of good form we took in there after the Leeds game and the Brighton win. Come away well and truly in the tie against Atletico Madrid. I would say favourites now. In fact, I would say going back to Old Trafford, no away goals to worry about. United, looking at how Atletico performed and what they've got in their locker, and I said this on the day, I think we should be favourites for that game now. There's nothing for us to overly fear, and United should be in the quarterfinals. That is that, and that will be dealt with then. Right now we're looking, like I said, at Watford and a totally different proposition altogether. Not to be taken for granted. I've seen many a dull United against Watford game at Old Trafford in the past, my God. And let's not forget what they did to us back in Ollie's last game when they smashed us 4-1. Surely these players should be looking at that and wanting to put that right on its own straight away. But you know what this team is like. I said then at the start of the show, at the start of the video, that you know what, this team has actually shown a little bit more of consistency. We've had three, what I would say, very, very good results over Brighton, Leeds and Atletico. You'd have took a draw against Atletico and 2 wins if you was offered it. And now Watford to finish it off before we head into March, which we all know is a very difficult month on paper in terms of fixtures and who we're actually playing. So I'm looking at Watford today and going, right, okay, they're in shocking form. It looks like they're down. They haven't really got much. Somehow this team beat us 4-1 though, but I've got to look at that and go, we were in a completely different place to where we was now. The business end of the season usually determines what sort of character you've got. We're entering that now. We've shown a little bit of character over the last couple of weeks, which is good and encouraging. It didn't look like we were going to get that, and it was this game earlier on in back end of last year, this game against Watford in the return fixture, that really pretty much finished me with a lot of this team and made me feel like this team really have not got it, and they haven't got the will to fight. Now obviously a January transfer window has passed. Ralph has said that the mood and the atmosphere around the training ground is a lot better now after the transfer window, and people have been let go who wanted to go. Obviously we've still got the Jesse Lingard issue, and I'll say issue because he offers us absolutely nothing, and for some reason Ralph is playing him. Whether he's forced into that, I do not know. I don't think we need to worry about Jesse Lingard today though. I think Jesse Lingard ain't getting anywhere near this team. We've got Alanga now. Alanga, remember, is a dancer. He is absolutely on fire at the moment, and he's a breath of fresh air, let's be honest. And Ralph has said it himself. He said, look, he would use Anthony Alanga as an example to a lot of other players of how to be, the attitude to have for a Premier League player, to be a Manchester United player, because that on top of being a Premier League player is something else that you need to be able to handle, and Alanga is doing that. I can't believe it. I was listening to what Ralph was saying, and Ralph was saying he was close when he came into leaving and going on loan. But then he's seen him in training and went, no, but not a chance in hell. And you know what? Thank God that Ralph came in when he did, because if he didn't, we wouldn't have been seeing this form from Alanga. We wouldn't have been seeing a young academy lad actually being given a chance. Does that mean he starts today against Watford? Does it? I don't know. I couldn't tell you right now, because I didn't expect Rashford to start against Atletico. But he did. And we've seen how he performed. Not too bad in the first half. I thought it was alright, nothing exceptional, but second half completely disappeared. And I'm liking the way that Ralph Rangnick's actually making these substitutes. He's not afraid to bring these players. He's not afraid to bring Matic on for Pogba. Pogba has been our best player for the last 4 games, I would say, or since he's been back, he's been our best player. But Ralph's still substituting him off every single game. Pogba's not finished 90 minutes yet since he's been back. It's amazing. Surely his fitness is there now. But he was sussed out against Atletico, and Ralph seen it, brought him off, brought Matic on. Control of the game completely went in United's favour then. looking at that, I mean, obviously I was in the stadium, in the Wanda, and I look back on the stats afterwards. The fact that we had more shots on target than Atletico, and we had 63% of the possession, kind of says, look, although we was absolutely shocking with the ball, we did control the game a little bit more. We did sort of not let it get away from us. And I remember saying before that game that we can't let Atletico get ahead of steam. We can't let them, because it'll be hard for us against their defensive setup and how organised they are to actually get back into the game. And you know what? I thought, wow, that's an early goal to concede against them. But then we showed the character to actually just stay in it. And I think Ralph touched on that afterwards as well, when he said, oh, sometimes you have to stay in the game. Just stay in it, and you're not playing well, you still got a chance. Don't let the game get away from you. That's the most important thing. And then you're looking at it, right, okay, what can we do? Can we build on it? And Ralph's seen that. He's made the changes in the game, and it went our way. Again, the substitutes changed the game and won us the game. Pretty much did it against Leeds, and he did it again against Atletico. So against Watford, I'm not expecting, honestly, for Ralph to actually have to make changes to change a game. I'd be very disappointed if we're having to make changes like we have done to turn a game around. We should already be out of bed against Watford. We need to put them in their place, which is back in the Championship. It still absolutely boils my piss that we got beat 4-1 by them back at their place in December. I still can't believe that day actually happened. But this is the Premier League. That's why I said at the start, don't take them for granted. We obviously all know that. But realistically, who right now are watching the way that Watford are playing is thinking that this is the game that United should really be cautious of. It's not. United should be going out and expressing themselves and our game plan on Watford. It's as simple as that, because they're just not that good. They're really not. And watching that game back and some of the highlights from the Palace game, if Palace are beating this lot, and Palace don't score many goals, if Palace are beating this lot 4-1, then United need to come here today and put that wrong that got Ollie's job, that made Ollie lose his job that game, put that right, and actually get the points in the bag, because that will be 3 wins in a row with a good Champions League first leg tough game against Atletico out of the way, going into March, which is obviously City, Spurs, Liverpool, big games. We could literally end Spurs' hopes of top 4 next month. We really could, because by that time we're running out of games and Spurs need points now. It's only really Arsenal now I see in the fight for 4th with us. West Ham are dropping away, and it's down to United now. It is in United's hands. I know Arsenal have got the games in hand, I know that, and they're the ones who can obviously take it away. But I'm looking at it going, we still got to play Arsenal. Arsenal will slip up at some point. It is now down for United to continuously get the right results and actually go on a run of games where we put ourselves in a position where we're ready to take advantage of everyone else's slip-ups, which I've been doing. The problem we've had is we've been slipping up alongside the likes of West Ham, Wolves, Spurs and Arsenal. Every time that we actually see a bit of light, we shut the door and block it out by doing something stupid or underperforming or losing a pointless game or drawing a game or giving up a lead. There's loads and loads of things that have cocked United's season up, and we shouldn't be going for top 4. We keep saying this, but that is our target now. And if Arsenal is the only team in the way, we've got no excuse. Arsenal will slip up. Will United slip up? That's the question. Watford today isn't going to be that day. If we do not beat Watford today after the week we've had, it will be typical of Manchester United. It really would. You know what? We came home from Madrid actually thinking, you know what? We've got a lot of positives. The game was crap, yes. The result was bang on. I'm taking a positive of that, the fact that we stopped Atletico, and I remember saying it in the game, and obviously I can't see the stats while I'm actually in the stadium, but I said in my match vlog, I said afterwards, I went, De Gea hasn't had a save to make. I can't remember him making a save. And then I looked at the stats, 1 shot on target, that was the goal. And you've got to take that. These are La Liga champions, and I know they're having a bad season, but still, a decent team with an excellent manager, a massive stadium with well, what I can describe as brilliant fans from my experience, who are actually sitting in the home end with them, Atletico fans. You know, that was tough to deal with. The fact that we went down early, and Ralph said it then, the game plan was out the window, showed a bit of character. That's the sort of character that we need to carry on now. Switch it up and change it where necessary, i.e. for today, when we're playing the likes of Watford, who are just not in that stratosphere of standards. Get them done, keep your standards, yeah, but move them around to adjust to each game. Don't drop off now thinking that job's done against Atletico. We've won a couple of games, because this is how United have worked recently. It's like, oh, we've done this and that now, that's stemmed the flow of negativity. Well, no, we want more positivity. Business end of the season, like I said, let's get on a run of games now. Let's make it impossible for these smaller teams, which they are around us, to even think about top four. And if we fought like that, and we carried on looking like that, and we set our targets on Chelsea, then we would not even be thinking about the likes of Arsenal, Spurs, Wolves and West Ham. We shouldn't even be in that pond. We should be swimming up the lake to the ocean, wherever it is, and fishing in that pond. That's where we should be. In with Chelsea at the moment. That should be our target. I think it was Ronaldo who said it. We won't be happy unless we finish third. Is that right? You know what I mean? We're not that far behind Chelsea. We've still got to play them at Old Trafford. Failing Lukaku there. That is a target for United. Games like today just need to be put to bed as quick as possible and put, right, that's that game. 3 points, thank you, move on. City next week. That's what this game is today. Who I would play in this game does not matter to me, except Jesse Lingard. Probably Rashford off as well. I play Elanga. And I'm probably, in terms of that midfield, I know Fred was involved in the goal, but we know Fred's frailties. We know McTominay's frailties. Is it not time that Matic came back in? Really, that's what I would say. Is it not time Matic come back into this midfield? Control the game. That's what we want. We don't want to be always just that combative. We get stuck in like we did against Leeds. Yeah, that's just accepting that we're going for a fight, and it came off and worked well for us in that game. But I want to see United stamp their authority. We want to play it our way, not looking at the opposition too much. And Watford, you can't really look at them. You've got a couple of dangerous players who on the day can score goals, and like we see back in December, like I said, do us. But honestly, Watford, just finish them. Come on, let's be serious now. Let's just put Watford to bed and move on to City next week. Guys, that is it. That's the road trip. Happy to be back. Well, I'd rather be in the sun of Madrid, I'll be honest, but happy to be back. Watford, hopefully I'll see a few faces outside. You guys come over and have a chat. Nice normal kick-off time as well. Lovely jubbly. Not going to get into that, you know how I feel about that. But guys, get your comments in below. Like, share and subscribe to the United Stand. I will see you at the game. I'll see you after the game for the fan vlogs. See you later, people.